You know something? What's funny about quote unquote love is it is in fact very, very conditional. Very, very, very conditional. And what's funny when people use the word like unconditional love or the term phrase unconditional love, it's like let's take a parent or a child, a parent and child. The condition that you love that child is that it's your child. You wouldn't love that child if it wasn't yours, or if it wasn't even in your house, because it wouldn't be in your house and it wouldn't be yours, and you wouldn't love it. You wouldn't be around it, and it wouldn't look like you, so you wouldn't have anything to do with it. Same thing with a parent. If your parents, didn't have you and didn't raise you and rear you, you wouldn't know them. You'd be somebody else's child. So that's the condition in which you love somebody. Is the relationship. Brother and sister, same thing. Or siblings, same thing. Relatives, same thing. But what I more want to talk about is like boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, and wife. Like the love between a man, a man who's a stranger, and a woman who's a stranger, and they get together. You know what I mean? That's what I want to talk about. I want to make this clear. It's sad, but what I'm noticing is nobody really loves you for nothing. Even when we talk about, like my friends, though that they like me for me. But if you think about it, like you gotta bring every relationship in the society, in the country we live in, which things are motivated by money and stuff. Man, if you ain't really like, if somebody can't benefit something off of you, you notice that you don't really hang out with that person as much. Now, you could be an introverted person and all that, but I guarantee you, even the most introverted person, even somebody like me, and I don't have any friends like this. I don't have any friends I just get so much benefit from. Like every time I'm around them, I just get something. No, I don't keep people around like that. But even somebody who doesn't like to leave the house or go somewhere like me, if I had a friend that every time I came around, they either gave me something, put me in a position to get something, it was some girls over there or something, or what the fuck ever, right? I would want to go and see that motherfucker anytime that motherfucker invited me out somewhere. Hey man, you trying to get something to eat? Yep, I know this motherfucker paying. I know he's paying. You know what I'm saying? But let's focus on like man and woman, right? If you notice, men and women don't really love each other in a relationship unless they're doing something for each other. Women will forego a lot of times. Women will forego a man people have preferences and types. Women will usually be with men that most women would consider like not attractive, as long as he's got something. He has to have something. Then women will learn to like their little habits and he's also smart and he takes care of me and stuff like that. He really likes, so they'll like kind of fall in love that way. Men, we usually go for like what's attractive, right? We don't care what she has. I mean, you could not have a pot to piss in. We don't give a fuck. Are you fine? Or do we vibe well and all that shit? But on both sides, when either one of those start to like wane a little bit, when that goes away, you see like the kind of the love goes away. Now, you can say, well, it's not that the love going away. It could be the attraction is going away, or you were lying in the beginning saying that you loved them. Maybe whoever is in the relationship never really loved the other person. They were just saying something to get by, and that's true too. But all I know is what it seems like is in a lot of relationships, if you don't, like, nobody's just gonna love you just for you. You definitely have to bring something. And that's why a lot of men, a lot of successful men, maybe that's, that's why a lot of successful men, you see, they won't really get married when they're successful. Like if they have somebody when they're broke, but even with that, the woman could be looking at the potential. She could be like, all right, this motherfucker ain't got a dime in his name. Like I was reading something a long time ago. It was a UFC fighter, and it was talking about like, oh, my wife, I didn't have no money. She was floating me. She was paying my bills. All I had was enough money to pay my gym membership, and I'd be in there fighting every day. She probably saw his dedication and went, he can't fail that bad. He can't fail that bad. Right? And he made it. He made it to the UFC. And I guess now, I don't know. I can't remember the dude's name, but I guess they're still together. But most men don't want to marry a woman or whatever, especially when they get rich, get some fame and get some riches. It's like, do these women really love me? Because where were these women at when I was running the race? Where were these women at when I was running the race? They're all of them are here, and I'm at the finish line. But where are they at when I was running the race? I couldn't really get one to at least, or like kind of like what Tretch from Naughty by Nature said. When he in that song Ghetto Bastard, he said I couldn't keep a girl that wanted kids or cars with chrome when he was broke. So it's just a funny thing to look at, because like, don't you think, like, haven't you noticed? It's something, I don't know if it's just like the tide of the times, but it's just something in the water, it's something in the air. Man, motherfucker, like if basically, if you got into a relationship, if you got married, like I'll say like after like 2005 or some shit like that, man, I don't know. It's like motherfuckers can't stay together. Like I'm looking on Facebook, motherfuckers that was like to get like as soon as it's like you can tell when somebody's broke, and it's kind of funny. I'm not. That's not something that I look forward to, but it is always kind of funny when you see it, because like they'll like say, oh, such and such is in a relationship with such and such got married to such and such, got engaged to such and such, and like you'll see the woman, she'll have a profile picture of her and her significant other, and then once that profile picture goes back to being just her, you look on her profile, single, and you like, damn. It's like you just start the countdown. Like, so like, what is really going on? What really is? How come motherfuckers can't stay together like they used to? Is it because there's so many options? I just think it's because personally, and that's what I'm gonna title the video, I just don't think I think love don't live here, man. I just think love don't live here, man. I think love has left the equation a super long time ago, if it was ever there to begin with. Because I already made a video about the relationships of the days of old. People didn't really love each other back then. There could have been some love, maybe attraction, but people was together because that's just what the fuck you did. This man took this woman from her family, from her father, in the hopes to start his own family. You know what I mean? And the men worked, and the women took care of the home. They were homemakers and whatnot. And it was just kind of like teamwork, if anything. But I don't know, man. It just seems like in a relationship, it's just always like, it kind of sucks, because you want somebody that you can call your own, and you want somebody to love you for you. But it seems like when you're in a relationship, at least from a man's standpoint, I'm not a woman, so I don't know. It seems like even when you're with your significant other, it seems like you can't even like drop your guard from the world. Like you come home and you have to fight with the person that you say that you love, and that they say they love you. So it's always like you gotta always be on your A game. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. It's weird though.